friends! In today's video, we're going on a week-long food tour of Tokyo. Join me in trying a ton of delicious and iconic Japanese foods, checking out super cute cafes, and exploring Tokyo together. Okay, so our first stop for today is actually Shimokitazawa because I want to try these super cute Totoro cream puffs that I've been seeing. And I'm really glad that we came because this neighborhood is so freaking cute. Oh my gosh, I swear it looks just like it's from a Studio Ghibli movie. It's so cute. The cafe is actually run by Hayao Miyazaki's sister-in-law, and the inside was super cozy and it had a bunch of Studio Ghibli-inspired decorations. We decided to order lunch with our cream puffs since the vibes were so good. Oh my god, I'm so bad at eating. The pasta was solid and reasonable for the price, but the real reason that we came was for the cream puffs. And now we have the tough question of how do you eat these guys when they look this cute? And also the practical question of how do you eat these guys? Just bite into it. Oh, my cream's leaking. Ultimately, the cream puffs were just, regular cream puffs shaped like Totoro, but as a Studio Ghibli fan, I'd say it was worth the trip because the vibes of the cafe were so excellent. After lunch, we decided to check out the nearby neighborhood Shimokitazawa. The area gave me really cool hipster vibes. It was filled with thrift stores and music shops. Oh my gosh, everything here feels so trendy. To be honest, I am not cool or hipster enough to fully appreciate most of the stores, but even though the style wasn't quite for me, I still thought it was super cool to wander around. I gotta say, there's a lot of men's fashion. I mean, I suppose women can wear it too, but it's not exactly like my style, you know? After exploring Shimokitazawa, we were feeling a little bit tired, so we decided to go grab some coffee. And I heard about this super cute coffee shop that has 3D latte art in Harajuku, so that's where we went next. Latte Art Cafe and Party Studio! I decided to order a custom 3D latte art of my family's dog Stella, and Eddie got one of the cafe's pre-existing designs. It was really cool watching them craft the 3D latte art with a bunch of different types of foam. Wow, they're so cute! Oh! I love how their ears wobble. They were both super cute, but I have to admit the cat was cuter. I'm so sorry, Stella. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of breaks my heart to have to drink this one too, but that seems to be the theme of today. That's pretty strong caramel. The drinks were a bit expensive. They're $12 each, and I'll be honest, I've had better tasting drinks before, but I haven't had better latte art before. So, if you enjoy that kind of stuff, I do think it's worth checking out. Eddie's consuming Stella, my poor dog. After a bit of chill time, we were ready to get back to exploring Harajuku. Sushi cats. This part of town is very cute, very trendy, and very fun. Some of my favorite parts were checking out all the different clothing options from extravagant to slightly hilarious, doing a super silly photo booth photo shoot. Oh my goodness. And of course, checking out all the different gachapon machines. I like how this one has all these cute animals. Who do we get? Who do we get? We got Mount Fuji. Fuji-san, no. Fuji-san is cute at the very least, but it's not a cute animal. By the end of the day, we were tired. So for dinner, we decided on something yummy, warm, and filling. Ramen. Or specifically, I actually ordered tsukemen, which is a form of ramen where the broth and noodles are served separately. Whoa, that's a lot. And to eat it, you dip the noodles into the broth yourself. This lets you control how much soup flavor you want each bite to have. For instance, sometimes I like eating the noodles plain and just tasting them by themselves, or sometimes I just really dunk them in the broth. Tsukemen is probably my favorite food ever, so if you haven't tried it, I highly, highly recommend. Good morning! Today, I'm just gonna go grab some food from the konbini, because what kind of food in Japan video would this be without a konbini run? Konbini spread. All right, it is time to eat. So fun fact, in Japan, they actually wrap the onigiris in a really clever way to prevent the seaweed from getting soggy with the rice, but it also means you gotta unwrap it in a very specific way. Basically, you kind of pull down from the front and then you pull it all the way up. Am I gonna fail at this demonstration? That would be kind of embarrassing. Okay, like this. Oh my God, I'm kind of making a mess on this table. And you pull number 3. I'll clean it up. That did not come as satisfying as I hoped, but that's okay. Now we have one crispy onigiri, time to eat it. So good. All right, coffee break. Let's As an enjoyer of black coffee, I really like this one from 7-Eleven. It's not like you're actually going to a coffee shop, you know, but it's a good konbini coffee. Okay, and the last thing I got are these pancakes that are filled with maple syrup and margarine. I saw that these are really popular on like the internet, so I'm excited to try it. And I think you're actually supposed to go like warm these up so they're toasty on the inside. I have no idea how long you're supposed to microwave this for. All right, 20 seconds might have been a tad too long. I can kind of see the butter leaking out, but wow, that is very good. It's salty, sweet, and the inside has maple syrup. Wow. I understand why these are so popular on the internet. They're delicious. All right, well, that was a delicious brunch thing, and now it's time to get going. Then we headed to Shibuya. Of course, we crossed the iconic Shibuya crossing. We're crossing! Lol. There's a lot of people filming right now. But actually, one of the best ways to experience the crossing is from above. There's a really good view on the second floor of a Starbucks nearby in the Tsutaya building. Feels like this video is on slow-mo, but people just walk kind of slowly. We also browsed around the iconic Shibuya 109 Mall and the nearby Nintendo store. Yo, a Brewster coffee grinder. Oh my god, the Animal Crossing goods are so cute. Do I look like Mario? But since the konbini brunch was ultimately kind of small, we got hungry pretty early, so it was time for dinner. All right, so we're gonna attempt to go to gyukatsu motomura, but if we fail, there is wagyu ramen apparently right next door, so we got options. For dinner, we went to gyukatsu motomura. It's a deep-fried beef cutlet place where you get to cook the meat yourself on a stone grill. I saw a lot of YouTubers recommend it, so I really wanted to try it out. After cooking, that might be like some of the most delicious meat I've ever eaten in my life. Compliments it so well. Oh, I'm at a loss for words. The meal was absolutely delicious, but I will say by the end, the meat can get pretty rich, so my eating rate definitely slowed down a bit. They're so good. I didn't expect it to be this good. Overall though, I still finished my entire meal, and I would say it's a very tasty, fun, and enjoyable experience. I would definitely recommend checking it out. Also, I hear the lines can get kind of long, but since we went early, we only had to wait around 20 minutes. Oh my god, guys, that food was so good. Absolutely delicious. Some of the best meat I've had in my life. Also, I had the most like wholesome interaction. Okay, so I was like filming the chef, right? And he waved at me, and I was like, oh, I see this. You know, I tried my best to speak Japanese, and I think he appreciated it because he was like, oh, thank you. And then he gave me these stickers. Wow, what a great time. Anyhow, after dinner, we kept on exploring Shibuya, and let me say, it is such a fun place to visit at night. We were just wandering around, and we literally saw an amateur J-pop group performing. I believe their name was Answers. Also a huge festival happening at the same time for Respect for the Age Day. Eddie's trying to get a selfie with the float in the back, and so am I. Wow! Dude, we are running into so many fun, unexpected things in Shibuya. This is incredible. Wow, this festival is right next to the big 3-0 sign in IKEA. Am I tall enough? Shibuya crossing at night. I've crossed this so many times today. Follow the crowd, woo! Let me tell you, Shibuya at night is the place to be. The next day, we decided to head to Ikebukuro. There's a huge mall there called Sunshine City, and of course, it's got a bunch of trendy clothing shops. So fuzzy. But it's also got super cute character goods stores like the Pokemon Center and the Rilakuma store, which I personally love. Please state your opinions on a fuzzy Pikachu. Is it cursed or not? Oh my goodness. Look at this Pachirisu. He's sleeping on his tail. For lunch, we decided that we wanted to get omurice, and there was one particular place with really good reviews nearby, but we accidentally did not go to that place and ended up in a different restaurant instead that also happened to serve omurice. In fact, that restaurant happened to be Kirin City, and Kirin is a beer brand, so we had to try a Kirin beer to go with our meal. Cheers! I'm not a big beer person or even an alcohol person, to be honest, but, well, I thought it tasted better than the average beer, though I'm not really one to judge. It's pretty light. Oh. I can see why everyone has ordered one of these in the store. Omurice, however, was very, very tasty. I loved how they had both the traditional curry sauce and the hayashi sauce, and the rice had really yummy fillings inside. Yum, yum, yum. I love being able to alternate, like, one bite of this flavor, one bite of that flavor. So, even though it wasn't where we thought we would go, I still had a great time. After lunch, we went back to Sunshine City because that place is literally huge. In fact, it also has the world's largest gachapon store, so you know I had to go there. And yeah, let's just say I got quite the haul. So I love gachapons where all of the options are cute because it means that no matter who you get, you cannot go wrong. Oh no, it's stuck. So we kindly asked a staff member to help and he was able to get one out. And we got the little orange slice guy. I love how there's like so many different fruits. Gotta get this one. Let's go! I got random guys. They kind of bounce against each other. That's awesome. Sometimes it's nice to get a set of two, you know? That way they go together. Ay, 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 ay. I got the same one again! No! And after all those food-themed gachapons, we were feeling quite hungry again. So for dinner, we decided to go to Tonkatsu Wako, a super yummy tonkatsu place on the 3rd floor of Sunshine City. The tonkatsu was really crispy and fresh, the meat was juicy and tender. Wow, that is insane. It's so juicy, so melt in your mouth. Also, they had unlimited cabbage and miso soup refills, so you know, I did also eat my veggies. Alright, let's try this thing. Okay, Loki, I cannot tell if that was supposed to be eaten or not. Anyways, I had a great time, would definitely come back. The next day was a chill kind of day where we mostly just stayed near the Airbnb and explored the neighborhood. So for lunch today, I'm thinking we get some soba. Soba is so good. It's delicious, light, and refreshing. And I know it's a lot less popular than ramen, but I do recommend giving it a try. Ramen is delicious, but I feel like it can be a bit heavy at times, whereas soba is the kind of food that I could just literally eat every single day and not get tired of it. In the afternoon, I got some work done and walked around the neighborhood we were staying in. The streets of Japan are just so gorgeous to me. They look like they're straight out of a movie. Alright, for dinner today, I'm thinking of going back to one of my favorite places, conveyor belt sushi. Yay! Sushi time! Woo! Here's how it works. You place your order on a tablet, and then the sushi comes to you directly on a funny little train. I personally also always love some shrimp tempura. The fish in Japan is just so high quality. Like, this place in particular is a pretty casual chain, but even so, I feel like the sushi just tastes so much better than the stuff you can get in the US. Crispy. The shrimp is really tender. The prices are so good. The food is so good. Sushi in Japan just hits different. I went back to this place so many times during my trip that it's kind of embarrassing. The next day, we headed to Akihabara. Akihabara Radio Kaikan. As a huge anime fan, I had so much fun browsing all the different anime shops. So many figures. They also have stores where they just like opened a bunch of gachapons so you can pick which one you want. I just love having something physical to remind me of my favorite shows and characters, you know? Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Also, I feel like I can justify my financial decisions because it's supporting the artists, you know? Yeah. Anyways, I was searching for a specific figure of Frieren because I love the show and her pose is really pretty. But it was super hard to find one at a good price. Oh my gosh, wait, they have a whole section. But is there anything good? I found it after searching up and down the streets of Akiba multiple times. This is the store where I was able to get it the cheapest, but the thing is, the store doesn't allow any filming inside, so you're gonna have to take my word for it. This store, I promise I'm not getting paid for this, has the cheapest figures around. Anyways, after I finally found my figure, it was time to eat. For lunch, we went to Hyakunen Honpo Ramen, a small little ramen shop in Akihabara. It was quite busy when we came, but luckily there was no wait. The ramen was extremely colorful. Like, I was slightly concerned at first, but after I tried it, my concerns went away because it tasted very good. I was like trying noodle by itself first. Nice flavor to the noodle by itself. They had a lot of different toppings on the ramen, and the flavor and texture of each was delicious. Would recommend. Alright, trying some of the regular bowl now. Flavor's quite different. Fan feels so good. After lunch, in addition to continuing to browse anime stores, we also hit up some of the famous Akihabara arcades. Alright, I like the fuzzy sleeping cinema roll. But after a quick few attempts at the crane games, let's go! No. We promptly realized that those are kind of a scam and gave up. I gotta say, rhythm games are way better value for your money in terms of time to entertainment. I also saw this train driving simulator and I was like, I have to try this. This is so funny. Oh my god, we're going! What the? And well, I kind of sucked at it, but it was still a fun time. We did not do a very good job of driving the train. Then it was time for a cafe break, so we went to Cafe Oasis. The ambiance was very nice and filled with plants, truly like a little oasis in the city. Coffee break. Ooh, that's really smooth and refreshing. I also like how their ice cubes are made out of coffee so it doesn't get diluted. Very nice. And we got an Earl Grey tart. Not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised to see such a cute and trendy cafe in the heart of Akihabara next to all the anime shops, but I was pleased. The cafe was a great break in the middle of a busy day and it really refueled us to keep on shopping and gaming. And after a long day, it was time for dinner. We saw that the original omurice chain that we wanted to try in Ikebukuro also had a location in Akihabara, so we decided to check it out. The Akihabara location was very anime themed. It was filled with figures, stands, and autographs from various celebrities. And while we were distracted by admiring all the decor, soon enough our food came.
Wow, omurice. It's so pretty looking.
I wonder if it's better or worse than the one that we got the other day at Kirin City. To be honest, after I tried the omurice, I found that I actually liked the Kirin City one more. Turns out, sometimes the random restaurants that you stumble into can be just as good as the more famous ones. But overall, it was still really tasty and I had a good time. Anyhow, that's it for my week-long Tokyo food tour. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time. Bye!